Everybody makes that deal when they're in that moment, just get me through tonight and I'll do whatever you want me to do, And of course, I didn't follow through with my end of that bargain at that point, but I did wake up the next morning. And I did attempt to stay sober. So I don't remember a lot of my childhood in Wyoming. My parents owned a bowling alley/bar when I was young, so I kind of grew up in a bar. Like my mom would take the car seat and set it on the counter of the bar, and that's just kind of where I grew up for the first 6 years of my life. When I was about 16, I came home one day, and it was probably the first time in months that I was not high. And my mom asked me if I was on drugs. It was the normal for me to be that way.
My alcohol addiction is part of a history of DNA. My father was alcoholic, my brother's alcoholic. I would just steal alcohol from the stores or friends' houses, with their dad's liquor cabinet. But that was just the beginning. When I was living on my own, alcohol was just a part of my life. It was part of my dad's life. I didn't do drugs, but I drank. I made up for it with drinking.
As soon as I could move out of my parents' house, I moved out of my parents' house. I started working at this manufacturing plant, and that's where I met Blue.
And so we just kind of started chatting in the lunchroom. It took a while to build a relationship. We were just friends for a long time.
We got married in March, and when Tanner was born, we knew something wasn't right with him. He just didn't really ever gain weight like he should have, and to the point that I was taking him to doctors because he wasn't gaining weight, and they would just tell me that I was a first-time mom and he was just spitting up. And about 6 months of this, and I was at home, I knew at that moment that the only person that could help me was Jesus, and that is when I surrendered. I really believe that Tanner was sent to me to save me. I don't know if I would have surrendered if it wasn't for saving the life of my baby.
In the depths of my addiction of alcohol, it did affect work. I lost sight of who I was, and I thought I was better than I was.
His drinking just got out of control. Like it was just a constant thing. It wasn't until I came to him and told him that I was done. I was looking for apartments and I was going to take the kids and leave. He got serious and got into his 12-step program as well.
That was my come to Jesus moment, Celebrate Recovery is for people that have hurts, habits, and hangups. So I was drinking during my 12-step, probably through the first book, the 4 books. And then somewhere in there, I just said, I'm done, God, take this away from me. And he did.
I have to really lean on Jesus. I have to really lean on my recovery. And now I have a sponsor and I have accountability partners that I lean on to, where at the beginning I didn't have that, and it was hard. It was a hard road. Serving is a big part of my recovery. Giving back is an important part of me staying sober.
Now that I've given my life to Christ, I've had a spiritually awakening inside that God has revealed to me that my selfishness and the loving of people, God and people,
We're probably in the best part of our marriage that we've ever been in. Like we're finally at a place that we're just not struggling with some kind of substance abuse or, we had some financial issues. We lost a house and it just seems like it was so much turmoil that right now we're finally settled and we're just in a really good spot right now.